it's me, Jose Segura, your SMEA president. Welcome to another episode of Fireside Chat with the President. This is season 4, episode 1. We got a lot going on here, so let me just start off with welcome back. Or if you are returning to the district from last year, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. If you're new to the district this year, hello, how you doing? Really glad you're here. Hope you've settled in. There's a lot going on, so look around to some of those teachers who have been around a little while, or your coworkers or your peers who've been around a little while. They're going to be a great source for you throughout this first year in our district. So welcome, 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 everyone. Next theme, the post Siesta Fiesta was a hit. Thank you to everybody for coming out. It was great to see so many of our members out there, along with Dr. McDuffie doing his thing. He probably chatted with every single person, or practically every single person who was there. So it was really great to see him there, as well as the rest of the district cabinet. And I just want to thank everybody who had a hand in putting that event on. These things don't just manifest themselves, right? It takes several people to put on an event like that, for 300 or 400 people. And so thank you to everybody who helped put that on. It was a great event. Let's do it again next year. Save the date. This next one's a quickie. The annual SMEA member recognition dinner is going to be on May 18th of 2023. Thursday, May 18th, 2023. So put it on your calendar now. We'll start selling tickets for that come the spring, but just giving you an FYI heads up kind of a thing. May 18th, 2023 is the next SMEA member recognition dinner event. Evaluations, it's that time of the year again. So every year about this time, site administrators and department heads start figuring out how they're going to process through all the evaluations that they need to get through in a year. So here's what I want you to do. We have a whole article in our contract. It's Article 9, procedures for the evaluation of members. And there's actually a link to that back in the email that this video was attached to. Take a look at that and read through that. If this is your evaluation year, or you think this is your evaluation year, please read through that article. And in fact, there is a matrix graph in section 9.6 of Article 9. And the matrix is great because if you look on the left side of the page, find the category that you fit into based on number of years of service and or your specific status in the district, probationary, 1, 2, or permanent, and then just look across that matrix to see what evaluation option is available to you. All right, if you're a first-year teacher, expect to be evaluated. If you've moved from one site to another between last year and this year, expect to be evaluated. Also, for those members who have 10 plus years in the district and are permanent, the option for the 5-year evaluation cycle is a mutually agreed to option. I'm just putting that out there right now. This is not an automatic thing. Both you and your evaluator need to agree that you're going to be on a 5-year cycle. So if you think that you're eligible for that, or this is your year to be eligible for that, have that conversation with your site administrator. They may not be aware of it. That's newer language. It just came into effect last year, so it hasn't been around very long. You can be eligible for a 5-year evaluation cycle, but again, mutually agreed upon by you and whoever your evaluator is, more than likely your site administrator. All right? Perfect. Gallery walks. Let's talk about gallery walks. Last spring, we held a listening campaign, and we put this out to every member at every site. It was performed by our reps, so we trained them at Rep Council. But in fact, this is something that our reps had done several years ago, so many of them were familiar with this process. But we really wanted to hear from everybody. And one of the best ways to do that is to take the question directly to members. And instead of making things complicated or having a complicated survey, the easiest thing is to figure out what's a good general overall question that folks will respond to. And so this cycle, our listening campaign came to you all with a singular question. That question was, what can we do together to improve learning and learning conditions for our students? And you all responded amazingly. So we have over 940 responses from across our membership, which were broken down into 21 different themes. Now, these themes are naturally generated, right? So we don't ask folks, well, what category do you think your question, your concern, your idea fits into? We simply want to hear your thoughts, and then we take a look at all those, and when I say we, what I really mean is your negotiating team, along with Andrew Oman, our CTA representative, and they start creating themes based on the responses that we got from folks. So 21 different themes, over 940 responses. And so here's what's next. We want you to see what you and all of your peers have said about what they believe can improve learning and learning conditions for our students. So we're gonna have gallery walks. Gallery walks are going to be scheduled events and times where you can come down to the CTA SMEA office and do a walkthrough of all the posters that have been created from the input that you all provided. Now, these aren't the posters that your site generated. No, those are long gone. When we collected all those posters from all of the sites, what your negotiating team did was they pulled all those Post-its off one at a time, read through them individually, and then that's how they created the themes, by creating new posters, and every time a new theme would emerge, a new poster would emerge. So that was the organic process that occurred that your negotiating team went through. And so when you come and look at the posters doing the gallery walk, these are brand new posters based on themes or ideas and not necessarily on what your site generated. And so above each theme, you're going to see a general statement that is basically a summary of what we're going to find within that theme, so you can get an idea of what it is you're looking at. And we really want to have as many members come through and take a look at that. This is kind of how we bring this back full circle. You know, we went out and we asked you for something, and you all provided in spades with what we were asking for. Now it's time to kind of reflect that mirror back on you so you can see really what it is folks are saying and how they're saying it. And so we have a schedule. What we're going to do is we're going to start off with a private walkthrough, private gallery walk for Dr. McDuffie, our new superintendent. We really wanted him to see and hear what you all have been saying. And that will be hosted by myself and Jonathan B.A., our lead negotiator. And this is going to be an opportunity for Dr. McDuffie to have a chat with Jonathan B.A., for them to kind of discuss what we've seen, what we've done, have a talk about how the process was conducted and how we generated these themes. And so I think it's a really good opportunity for us as an association to connect with our new superintendent. You can get an idea of, you know, what have the previous years been like, and what is it you all are saying that you believe will improve learning and learning conditions for our students. So that's going to be on the 23rd of August. On the 24th and the 25th of August, we're going to open up the gallery to just site reps. Now, these folks worked really hard gathering this information, putting on these site listening campaigns. Really, there's a bunch went above and beyond, making sure that every member who wanted to say something, who wanted to have input, had an opportunity to do so. So we want to give these folks an opportunity to do their gallery walk, talk to each other, talk to Jonathan and myself and other folks on the negotiating team, get their questions answered. So on the 24th and the 25th of August, we're going to do gallery walks in the afternoon. This is just going to be for our site reps across the district. The following week on August 30th and 31st, and on September 1st, these are going to be open gallery walks for any member who wants to come and take a look at what's been collected, what your peers are saying. I'll be there, Jonathan will be there, you get an opportunity to talk to other folks. And so this is going to be on August 30th, 31st, and 30th, 31st, yes, and September 1st. These 3 dates are going to be open to all our members, but it's also going to be available to all of the administrators in the district, both site and district administrators, because, you know, we don't work in secrecy. We are not a secret society or underground organization. We try and be as transparent as we possibly can, so that when we go to the bargaining table, or when we have issues, when we feel like contract violations occurred, that the district hopefully doesn't think that, or doesn't have the impression that they're working with an organization that keeps things from them. Because I gotta tell you out loud, there's no value to us as the members, as the folks on the front lines teaching and supporting students every day. There's no value in keeping secrets. There really isn't. What are our members saying about what they believe can improve learning conditions and learning for students? Absolutely, our district should know what it is you're saying. And so August 30th, 31st, and September 1st, we're going to open up the gallery walk to all members from all work sites, all administrators from all work sites, including department heads, including the other members of the district cabinet, as well as school board members. And so the whole schedule is listed in the email that this video was attached to. So take a look there. It's broken down by the different days. And so we're super excited to be able to do this. This is the next step in our process. What will come after gallery walks will be our sunshining of our bargaining items for our next negotiation cycle. So we open up particular articles that we feel like need to be negotiated based on the responses we got from you all. Those need to be sunshined, in other words, brought into the light, right? Because you don't bargain in secrecy, and you do that at a school board meeting, which is a public open forum. And so that will be the next step after the gallery walk. So looking forward to that. Benefits. Let's talk about benefits. So I'm not going to sugarcoat this at all. I'm just going to be upfront with you. The cost of benefits, this next benefit cycle, is going to go up. There, I said it. Now, let me tell you what's happened. And I'm actually going to read to you because I don't want to get it wrong or say something that I should have said. So here I go. So here's what happened. We have a large cash reserve in our benefits account. We've had this for several years, right? So last year, SME and the district agreed to reduce the benefit premium by a little over $60. I want to say it was around $63 per month per member. And remember, we pay benefits 10 months a year, so it was over $600 for the total year reduction in your contribution to benefits. So the purpose of the reduction was to try and bring down our large reserve to a much more reasonable amount. And it worked. Our reserve did come down as a result of the reduction in the employee contribution. Now keep in mind, prior to last year, for every dollar of benefit claims that came in, right? So I go see a doctor that generates a claim. For every dollar of claim that came in, we were collecting about $1.05 in premiums. So we were collecting more money in premiums, both through our employer and through the individual employee, than we were putting out in actual claims for benefits. That's what generated the reserve. So last year we flipped it. We started putting out more money than we were bringing in. So for every dollar of claims that came in that needed to be paid, we were collecting about 95 cents in premiums, both through the employer and the employee. That nickel difference, right, that deficit, that was being funded through the reserve. So as we're pulling money out of the reserve to backfill that deficit, we are meeting our obligations, but we're also paying down on the reserve, bringing it down to a much more reasonable level. All right, so that worked really well. And we, the association, felt like we could do that for one more year. We thought that it worked really well. The reserve is still fairly high. We thought we could do another year at our current rate, but the district thought differently. So the district, with consultation with the benefits broker, decided to increase rates in order to slowly bring back the amount that we are contributing, and so that it didn't deplete the reserves too quickly. So that was their take on it. And again, there wasn't a full agreement on this, but ultimately the district made the call to increase the cost of benefits to you all for this year. So how much? Benefits are going to go up about $61 a month. So slightly less of an increase than there was in the decrease the year before last, bringing us pretty close to where we were 2 years ago when it came to member contribution to benefits. And so that's going to start our next benefit cycle. So in September, I believe your September paycheck, you'll see the first contribution from benefits being pulled out. For those of you who are new, you won't see the difference. It'll just be what it is. But for those of us who've been around a few years, you'll notice the increase over last year. But if you look at your pay stubs from the year before that, it'll be really, really close to what we were paying a couple of years ago. As we go into this next negotiation cycle, you better believe that benefits will be on the table. Definitely something we're going to be talking about, and how can we get the cost of benefits down without decreasing the quality of the services and the benefits that we receive through our both medical, prescription, and other benefits. All right? Last but not least, first rep council meeting of the year is going to be next, not this coming Monday, but the Monday after, August 29th. Your sites are probably already holding site elections for reps, and if not, they're just about to. If you're interested in being a site rep, please talk to last year's reps at your site. They're the ones that are holding the site elections. They know how many reps your site is allocated and how many positions are available, all that kind of stuff. So if you're interested in being a site rep, it's only one meeting a month. It's on a Monday, it's in the evening. The majority of the meetings this year are going to be virtual. We will have some in-person meetings. but only about 3 or 4 throughout the course of the year, so it won't be very many. So if you're interested in stepping up and being a rep this year, something you've always wanted to do or maybe did in the past and really want to come back, please talk to your site reps about running for one of the available positions at your site. All right, folks, that's all I have for you today. Have a great weekend. It was really good to see you all. Expect these fireside chats to come once every couple of weeks or so. It's really our way of communicating out with members on contract issues and bargaining issues and other things that are happening around our district and within our association. So this is one of the ways that we communicate out with our folks on a regular basis. So again, this was episode 1 of season 4. It was great to see you all. Have a great weekend. Made it. Allie, come here. 3, 2, 1.